In the endless sands of Egypt, thousands of years ago, a pharaoh dreamed of reshaping the world with stone. His name was Sneferu, and his vision would forever transform architecture, religion, and even the very identity of Egypt. This is the story of the pharaoh who invented the true pyramid. Sneferu ruled Egypt around 2600 BCE, at the dawn of the Fourth Dynasty, a time of prosperity, power, and innovation. Unlike many kings remembered for conquest or wars, Sneferu's legacy was carved not on battlefields, but in stone. Ancient records describe him as a benevolent ruler, generous to his people, and deeply ambitious. But what made Sneferu different was his obsession with creating something the world had never seen before, a monument that would connect the pharaoh with the gods for eternity. To understand Sneferu's revolution, we must look back. Before him, pyramids were built in steps. The most famous example was the step pyramid of Djoser, built by the genius architect Imhotep. This design was groundbreaking, but to Sneferu, it was only the beginning. He envisioned something greater, a pyramid with smooth, shining sides, rising like the sun's rays, a perfect symbol of divine power and eternal life. Sneferu's first great project began at Djoser, the bent pyramid. It was designed to rise at a steep angle of 54 degrees. But as the structure climbed higher, cracks appeared. The weight of millions of stones pressed too heavily on the base. To save it from collapse, the builders changed the angle midway, finishing at a gentler slope. The result was a pyramid that bent awkwardly near the top, a monument both strange and beautiful. For modern archaeologists, the bent pyramid tells a story of trial and error. For Sneferu, it was a lesson, a stepping stone toward perfection. Sneferu did not give up. At Djoser again, he ordered a new project, the Red Pyramid, named for the reddish limestone that still shines today. This time, his architects chose a safer angle, 43 degrees, and perfected their methods. The result was a majestic structure 105 meters tall, the first true pyramid in history. The Red Pyramid was not just a tomb. It was a statement. It proclaimed that Egypt had mastered stone, engineering, and vision. From this moment on, pyramids would define a civilization. But how did Sneferu achieve such feats? Archaeologists believe his project required tens of thousands of workers, from skilled craftsmen to farmers during the flood season. Stones were quarried nearby, dragged on sledges, and lifted using vast ramp systems. Each block weighed several tons, yet with ingenuity and determination, the Egyptians moved mountains. Sneferu's projects consumed millions of limestone blocks. The Red Pyramid alone holds more than 3 million. His reign turned Egypt into a nation of builders. Sneferu's passion for construction didn't stop with Djoser. He is also linked to the Pyramid of Meidum, once thought to be his father's project, but likely completed under his rule. Today, the Meidum Pyramid lies partially collapsed, but in Sneferu's time it stood as yet another step toward perfection. In total, Sneferu is credited with 3 major pyramids and perhaps smaller satellite ones. No other pharaoh in history built so much in a single reign. Sneferu's greatest legacy, however, was not his own tombs, but the part he carved for future generations. His son, Khufu, took what Sneferu created and pushed it to the ultimate extreme. The result was a Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But without Sneferu's failures, there would be no triumph. Without the bent pyramid, no Red Pyramid. Without Sneferu, no Great Pyramid. Sneferu may not be as famous as Khufu or as mysterious as Tutankhamun, but he was a pharaoh who dared to dream bigger than anyone before him. He transformed stone into eternity and gave Egypt its most iconic symbol. Sneferu was not just a king, he was the architect of eternity. This was Nile MYST. Join us next time as we uncover more stories of Egypt's ancient kings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep history alive.